Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. D is my name and I will be taking you through on how to make this beautiful cover-up dress that I made. We're going to be using the Solomon stitch or the lover's knot stitch. So I hope you'll enjoy the tutorial, but before we get started, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and to also share with your friends, and let's grow together. I made this dress shorter, but you can make it longer by adding more rows if you like. I attached fringes on this dress, but you don't have to put them on if you don't like fringes. That's optional and it's totally up to you. I used 3.5 balls of yarn for this, and each ball was 50 grams. One more thing, if you would like to use these same colors that I used for this dress, the yarn I used is called Mandala baby ombre yarn. I'll post a picture so you see how it looks. This yarn is very nice and stretchy and I really loved it. And it shrinks kind of, that's why you see it looks very small, but it's stretchy to fit a medium sized person. A small to medium, sorry guys. For this tutorial, the dress I made is for a size medium to large. So I'll let you know how to make it bigger or smaller according to what you're making. And I added this chain. You also don't have to put it there because the other design at the back is also very nice if you ask me. So like I said, the fringe is also optional. So yes, let's get into the video. You will need one stitch marker. You're going to need a 4mm hook, yarn of your choice. I'll be using this acrylic yarn called draped, and I will be doubling my strands. Then you're going to need a tape measure and some scissors. We're going to start with a slip knot. Insert your hook and chain 1. Then you're going to pull up a loop for 1 inch or 1/2 inch, but make sure that you maintain it. Okay, yarn over and pull through the loop and make a single crochet. Then you're going to hold that single crochet with your 2 thumbs. But first, let's place there a stitch marker. So now you can hold it and pull up a loop and yarn over and make a single crochet. Hold the single crochet, make a loop. We have 3 so far. You're going to make the 4th one like that, and now we're going to make a single crochet right here in the chain that we started with. So insert your hook and make a single crochet like that, and that marks our first row, and you should be having 4 loops. From there you're going to pull up a loop I'm pulling it to 1 inch and make a knot. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, make a single crochet. That's 2 loops. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through and make a single crochet. That's 3 loops. And then you're going to turn your work and make a single crochet into the next single crochet. Like that. Pull up a loop and make a knot. You're going to make 3 knots. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make a single crochet into the next single crochet. So we're going to ignore the single crochet where we placed our stitch marker. So that marks the end of our second row, and that's how your work should be looking so far. So we're going to start row 3. To start row 3, we need to make one loop, and we're going to get on top of our work because you will understand it as we go. So you're going to make a knot and turn your work, and then you're going to make a single crochet right on top of the next single crochet right there. And that brings us on top of our work so that we can start our third row. And you're going to repeat the same thing we just did. Make 3 loops. That's 2 loops. And then 3. And you're going to make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet from the previous row, like that. And then from here you're going to make only 2 loops. So that's 1, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through and make a single crochet. That's your second loop. And then you're going to skip this and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet, like that. Then to end the row, you're going to make 3 loops. And then, pull up a loop and make a knot right there. And make your second one and the third one. And then you're going to make a single crochet into the next single crochet. And that marks the end of our third row. So as you can see, when starting the row, you start with 3 loops, and when ending the row, you end with 3 loops still. Okay? So we need to get right on top of our work. To do that, you're going to make 1 loop and turn and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. So far we have 3 rows. So to start our 4th row, you're going to pull up a loop and make a knot, make the second knot and the third knot, and then you're going to make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet from the previous row. And then from here in the middle, you're going to be making only 2 loops. The difference is at the beginning and at the end, where you have to make 3 of them. So make 2 loops and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet from the previous row. Pull up a loop and make a knot. That's 1. Pull up a loop, pull through and make a single crochet. And then you're going to make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet, like that. And then from here you're going to make 3 loops to complete the row. That's 2 and 3. Then you're going to make a single crochet right there. And that marks our 4th row. That's how your work should be looking so far. So to start our next row, we're going to pull up a loop and make a knot, and then you're going to make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. So we make that loop just to help us get right back on top of our work to start the next row. And that's what you're going to keep repeating. So pull up a loop and make a knot, make the second one and the third one, and then make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet, and then make 2 loops from here. That's 1 and 2. Skip that and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. Pull up a loop and make a knot. Make the second one and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. Make a loop. Make the second loop and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. And from here you're going to make 3 loops to complete the row. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to make a single crochet on top of the very last single crochet right there to complete the row. And then you're going to pull up a loop, turn your work, single crochet right on top of the next single crochet to get on top of your work and start the next row. And that's all you have to keep on doing until you have enough length to go around your hips. Feel free to add more inches if you don't want this to be too tight, because I realize that when it's too tight it kind of loses the stitch or the texture that we're trying to get. So you can add an inch or 2 if you like. So just remember we're having this as a body hugging, but it shouldn't be too tight on you. So keep repeating the pattern and I'll meet you back once you have that completed and show you what to do next. So guys, this is what I have, and at this point I have made 25 rows, and this measures up to 34 inches long, wide without it being stretched. But when you stretch it, it goes all the way to 43 inches. So make sure that you don't make it too wide because we want it to be body hugging. Make sure that when you stretch it, it gets to the hip measurement that you have. If you have 30, it should stretch to 30 inches. I hope I'm clear on that. So the next thing we're going to do is fold this like so, because we're now going to start working in rounds and create the body portion of our cover up. So we're going to skip this first single crochet and slip stitch into this single crochet that's on top. Slip stitch and pull up a loop, and here you're going to create your knot. And then we shall be working in rounds from this point. So you're going to yarn over, pull through, and make a single crochet. That's 1. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and make a single crochet. So we're making only these 2 love knots here at the beginning, and then we're going to make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. So remember, we're skipping this and work into the single crochet like that. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, and make a single crochet, and do that again. Make a single crochet on top of the single crochet. So you're going to keep repeating that, making 2 loops, 2 love knots, and making a single crochet on top of the single crochet until you get back to where we started off from. And then from there, I'll be showing you what to do next. So keep going, just like what we've been doing. It's the same pattern, don't change anything. And I'll meet you back at the end of this row. I'm at the end of my row now, and I'm going to make 2 loops here, just like how we've been doing. Make 2 loops, and you're going to make a single crochet into the next single crochet. So normally we would like slip stitch when ending a row, but this time we're not doing that. We're just going to make a single crochet and keep going like that. If you have if you have a stitch marker, get it and place it there, just so you know that that's where your row ends at. If you are a pro, you really don't need that. You can use the split part as your guide on that. So you're going to make 2 knots like that and single crochet into the next single crochet. So it's that simple, it's that easy. That's all you have to repeat. Continue making the 2 loops until you get back to the stitch marker, and from there I'll be showing you what to do, guys. I'm now back to the end, and this is what I have. So I have already made my 2 knots, and I'm going to make my single crochet here like that, and then you're going to make 2 love knots and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. If you think that this is going to confuse you, keep shifting the stitch marker, but you really don't have to. So yeah, that's the pattern. You're just going to keep repeating like that. Make 2 loops or 2 knots and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet from the previous row, and keep repeating that over and over until this is long enough to until this is long enough to go up to your under bust. I'm going to attach a picture so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's it. So I added 25 more rows. So right now we have 50 rows altogether. If you want it longer, you can go ahead and keep making it longer. So from the stitch marker all the way up, you're going to align it very well, and then you're going to mark the other side of the dress, and you're going to put there a stitch marker. So this part is going to start from where our row ends at, the same row where our split is, so if I can call it that. And then here we're going to do something different. Well, it's the same thing we did at the beginning of this tutorial. So you're going to make 3 loops here to start our increases. Okay, that's 2 and 3. Then turn your work and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet, and from here you're going to be making only 2 loops. That's 1 and 2, single crochet on top of the next single crochet, and repeat until you get to the stitch marker. So yeah, keep going, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Let me meet you where we have our stitch marker. So I'm back here. So to end the row, you're going to make 3 loops. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to take out your stitch marker and place there a single crochet right there. And that's an increase. So you're going to pull up a loop and make a knot right there and turn your work. And you're going to make a single crochet into the next single crochet so that our work to get on top of our work. So now we're starting the next row. You're going to make 3 loops. That's 1, 2, and 3. Make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. So we're starting with the 3 loops and ending with the 3 loops, just like we were doing at the beginning of the tutorial. And by doing that, we shall be increasing. That's how we increase. And then when you get to the middle of your work, you already know you make only 2 loops and making a single crochet on top of the next single crochet. So keep going until you get to the end. pull up a loop and make a single crochet. So here you have to make 3, just like I explained earlier. Make 3 loops and make a single crochet into the next single crochet. So just keep repeating the pattern until you get to the end. Go on and keep repeating the same pattern until you have a total of 12 rows. Those are the 12 rows of increases, and I'll meet you back and show you guys what to do next. Okay, so here I'm done with my 12 rows. This is how my work looks. So to complete our dress, we need to make the chains that goes over our neck. So you're going to make 1 loop here to get back on top of your dress so that we can make the chain. Okay, that's 1 loop and then making a single crochet into the next. And now we're making a chain. This is how I chose to do it. So make loops. You can make 10, 12, 13. I think I made 15 for this. So keep going until you have enough loops, and I'll meet you once you have that completed. So once you have your loops completed, we're going to make a turn. So you're going to make a loop here, and then we're going to turn and work over the chain that we have made. Okay, so make a loop and make a single crochet on top of the next single crochet like that, and you should have something like this. Pull up a loop and make a knot, single crochet on top of the next single crochet. Pull up a loop and make a knot, then single crochet on top of the next single crochet. You're going to repeat this over the chain until you get back to where it stops, and I'll show you what to do next from there. Okay, I'm back to the point where our chain had started from. So here we're going to make loops and cross over to the other side of the dress so that we can make another chain for the other side. So here you're going to make 1 loop and single crochet. And here you're going to make 2 loops, just like what we were doing before. Make 2 loops and single crochet into the next single crochet. Pull up a loop and make a knot. Pull up a loop, make a knot. And single crochet into the next single crochet. Repeat that across, and I will meet you at the end of this row. So here we are. We're going to do the exact thing we did on the other side for the chain. And here I'm just completing my row. So you're going to make as many loops as you made for the other side, and and turn, and then I'll show you where to slip stitch, and we complete this. To complete the row here, you're going to make only one loop and make a slip stitch on top right there. Chain one and cut the yarn. Like that. Then you can weave this in somewhere there around that point. And this is how your dress should be looking at this point. Those are the 2 chains that will tie at the back around your neck. And then this wider part will just fall like so. And then for the back, just in case yours is not holding up without a chain, here is what you'll need to do. You're going to make a chain, and then you're going to pass it through the loops that we have here. I went ahead and made a chain, and I'm simply going to pass it through the loops until I get to the other side. So it's that simple. This part is optional for those who don't like, who wouldn't want to add the fringe, but I decided to do this. I just thought it would add more sexiness to the dress, yeah. So I decided to add fringes, guys. So yeah, you're going to go through the single crochets that we have. Everywhere that you see there is a knot, you're going to put there a fringe. That's exactly what I did, and I'll be showing you how I did it. So my fringe is 7 inches long, and I just folded it into 2 and attached it to every single crochet or everywhere I have a knot. I'm holding only 4 strands for each fringe. And yeah, I'm going to keep doing that until I have the whole downer part for this dress completed. That's all I had for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends, and let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll be happy to reply you and to read your comments. Okay, bye bye.